guys. Hello, guys. Come on into my video. All right. Seriously, though. Seriously. This is serious. Serious. 50. I'm going to need you to make another doc. I'm going to need you to make another doc. 50 Cent. 50 Cent. I'm going to need you to make another doc because I have some questions. I have a few questions. When you come in, please hit the like, subscribe, post the notification bell for whenever I upload. All that's free. All that's free. Don't worry about it. Now, if you have watched Sean Combs' The Reckoning, let's call it like a scary picture, The Reckoning. If you watched that, all right, or already, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I have some things I need to say. I don't know if it's one thing, two things, three things, four things, but it's just going to come along as I'm talking because I'm actually on episode 4. And I think I stopped with Aubrey. And since I just said your name, Aubrey, why it's like real right there on my mind. You said you didn't know if you were R-worded. You said, was I R-worded? There was nothing, there was nothing about how you felt the next day that made you say, something ain't right. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody, and all that was going on, I can't say what was going on because it was two. It was Diddy, and she said another guy. But the thing is, Aubrey didn't see it. Aubrey must have been out of it. And someone else saw it and emailed her. And she's saying, after she read everything, she's like, was I R-worded? And I'm like, yeah, how you don't? There has to be something to me that would have, if I wake up the next morning, if you were that out of it that night, that next day, you got a bunch of problems going on. That's pretty high. I mean, you coming down, you're going to be groggy. I need for you to check on that, Aubrey. I really do. And I don't know how you're going to do it because it's too late. But I just don't know about that situation. So 50. That's why I need you to do another doc because I need more on Aubrey, a little bit more. But I'm talking about her too. The other girls, the Harper girl from Dirty Money. You crazy. You crazy. You real crazy. You look like you still on that stuff. You do. And you're sounding like you still on that stuff. You do. And you seem like it had a little bit of just a little bit jealous of Cassie. I don't know, but but that's just my interpretation of it, okay? And that's all I need to say about you, because I don't know where you been. Where have you been? You went in court? No way. But Auntie Hoot, I wonder where was Dawn at in this doc. I guess Dawn said, look here, I'm tired. I ain't getting them from the court. He ain't paid me yet. Now, this is one thing, another thing I have to say. Y'all just listen to me. Listen to me. Lil Rod mentions Diddy and his son, Justin. Isn't that the oldest one named? Justin. I'm trying to think, so what's the other? Not Quincy. It's Justin. Or is it Christian? Oh, hell. Well, the oldest one. Yeah. How in the world, Diddler, could you do things of the nature that you were doing and have your child with you? And Lil Rod said it was always like you and the oldest one. Now, this is my perception of it. The oldest one, he don't look like you. He don't look like you at all. And it's been some stuff on the street that he might not be yours. He might be your best friends that you also had unalived as well. He looks like his mama and that wolf guy, Diddy's friend. He don't look nothing like Diddy. But the twins and the King Combs, the one that rap, them three look just like their daggone daddy. There would be no discrepancy about it. Quincy, I know Kim is the mom and Al is the dad. So you're not his legal dad, so that's out. And Quincy, here's my question to you. If you should ever come across this video, how do you feel about, if you watched it, how do you feel about this documentary? Your dad is in it. Your dad is in it. Your dad talks about all that when Diddy was trying to hook up with your mom. How do you feel about that? See, these are some of the things I just need to get off my chest. And this is why, Diddy, you need to do another doc. And these questions that I'm asking, need to be put into your next video. Okay, so let me go back to Lil Rod, when the oldest one is always with them. So they had a friend named G, right? The three go into the bathroom, but only two come out. And that's the daddy and the son. G is pow pow. Blood everywhere. Just blood everywhere. If it wasn't for Lil Rod, he wouldn't have even made it. He wouldn't have even made it if it was not for Lil Rod. But after they sent them off, and the ambulance and police and all that, do y'all know that they ain't never even heard what's going on with the guy no more? 50, find G and ask him what happened that night. Is he alive? Is he dead? What? it's like he just disappeared, y'all. He just disappeared. Pow, pow. He just gone. Boom. Out of here. Lil Ross said he was able to make that disappear. And this not like it was like, yeah, you know, like in the olden days, 1966, where he just make stuff disappear. This was like 2 years ago. Okay, I know I'm going to have to calm down a little bit. I'm going to have to calm down because y'all know I get a little excited. I didn't even check myself. I just turned on the camera and said, let's go live. Let me talk about this before I hear or keep listening to Aubrey or the end of it. That show that was done on that college show where a lot of people died and got hurt when they packed, it's like Diddy's first show. The footage of that was great because I had never seen any footage of that. But it was a lot of people, y'all. I mean, this place, it was a lot of people. And they covered up the people who died on the floor. They showed the lady who always, you know, be on different shows talking about she was pow pow in the face, and that was terrible. And back then, and boy, he looked just like that boy. He looked just like his son, the one that rapped. He looked just like his daddy. Oh my goodness, he looked just like his daddy. And them two girls, y'all look just like y'all daddy. But that first one, y'all probably need to do a swab or something. I don't know. Because I don't know why Diddy would be doing all these things and only have one of the sons with him. Like, why would you do that? And then, let me say this. Such a man with wealth. How do you think you can create generational wealth if your children don't even know how to run the business? Because Diddy never sat down and showed, where each had a part in running the business. No, they just do regular things and let him work. So how? Instead, he want to show y'all how to stay out of jail. He want to show y'all how to talk to the lawyers, how to stay out. That's what he want to show you. And he want to show you how to do the freak offs and all that kind of stuff. But how is you going to leave that to them? Huh? I understand. I understand that. And another thing, I can't stand when I keep hearing people say, "You hit your mama." Diddy, you was hitting your mama? Or your mom? That's terrible. And Diddy's mother, he was beaten after beating after beating. And to think when you were so young, you didn't want to stand up for yourself until you got tired of it. And you didn't even fight. They said you'll bite somebody. What the world? Oh, you was going for it. All right, but anyway. Yeah, I wanted to get that out. But let me see what's another question that I have or something I might be upset with. I know. The Tupac thing. Now, since that is like back in my era, when Tupac left this world, I was hurt. was so hurt because I knew that man was going to be my husband. I thought that man was going to be my husband one day. I loved him. I loved it, did him. And the way that this documentary is being put out, we can see more because 50 has a lot of receipts. So we can see more. It's like, did you do that, Diddy? Did you do that to Biggie and Tupac? Did you really do that? Because, it's looking like there's something that you did. Now, you ain't hear that from me though. But that's look out. And the stories be like, what? And another thing, I told y'all it was a lot of things. 50, I got to say this to you. For a lot of things we didn't know. I'll be missing you after Biggie passed. Diddy, you made Biggie, so you took money from Biggie's estate to pay for that funeral. You didn't even pay for that funeral. But you made it like y'all were best friends. And to me, that was like a business venture. I think you did that. I really do. Sorry if I do. I really do. And how you took over that Rolling Stone magazine, I'm so like flabbergasted by all of this. Because, I always say, well, we wasn't there. We don't know everything. Or we got to have the truth. Or it's always two sides. But I'm listening to this. And I'm listening to Mark Curry, Eric Sermon. And you only wanted Misa because of Eric. Eric said they were just friends. So it seems like Diddy only wanted a girl that he knew belonged to someone else. Like to show off like he could take it. Take the girl. And every girl fell for it. Because Eric Sermon said it was him and Misa. Of course, with Kim, it was Kim and Al B. With Cassie, it was Ryan Leslie. You gonna have a lot to deal with God. Diddy gonna have a lot to deal with. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to meet you on the other side, because things you done you wrong. Ooh, terrible. You're a monster. Let me think of anything right now so I don't have to come back live. I just, had to get it off my chest while it was right there. And Burroughs. Burroughs, ain't nobody, I don't want to hear another grown man say, he made me do this. He would force me. Burroughs, I like you. I know you. I don't have nothing against you. But I'm feeling that you was, I see that in the video. I can tell from your your voice. Yeah, I just feel like that there has always been a little sugar in your tank. But that ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my business. Because, you know, to each his own. But I always felt like, I mean, I'm listening to you and you sound like you got a little sugar up in there, but that's okay. If that's what you do, because you talk about, oh, he forced me. Ain't nobody forcing no man to do nothing like that. Nobody. Y'all need to cut that out. Then, okay, I understand why you may have given the stock back. No, really, I don't. I don't understand it. I don't. But you were probably really scared because Diddy made Burroughs, I think Kirk Burroughs, right? Turn over the 25 shares that was given to him, the stock. Told him he was going to give it back to him. Never gave it back to him. And he got fired. He said at that time, he said he let him have it because Diddy was over him with a baseball bat and everything. Like, you don't come up off them shares. It's going to be like this up in here. That was your time. That was your key time to get your up out of there. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you could have sued then. I see that you tried to sue later, but too much time had passed. You have been homeless and everything. This is crazy. This needs to be more than a documentary. This needs to be a daggone movie. Because y'all let Diddy run him up. Y'all did. Y'all let Diddy just do anything he wanted to do. I don't understand how y'all wanted to be. Why y'all let that happen? Y'all let this man do anything he wanted to do. And I am so bewildered by that. Like, it's not one person that, I can't think of one person in this documentary so far that was like a no person to Diddy. Except the time, Kirk, when you said no, you got fired. I know what it was. Put my glasses back on, but this is why I'm saying allegedly with Biggie. Something about Diddy wanted to change the contract or something with with Biggie. And he had already signed, the paperwork. But he wanted Kirk to go back and add some other things and take out what needed to be taken out and not tell Big. Kirk said he can't do that. And he got fired. These freak offs were disgusting. Cassie, I understand that you were 19 years old, but 19 is not a baby. Is not a baby. At 19, you know what's right and what's wrong. And I can look at you and your parents and tell that you absolutely knew what's right and what's wrong. I'm not saying that Diddy had to put his hands on you or any of that. All that stuff was absolutely unacceptable. No way. But what I'm seeing in this doc is that, especially from one of the guys, Cassie, you was going along with it. And there were like recordings of you before he even like started the freak out. You was in like your drawers, and I mean, like, you was really enjoying the life. Why didn't you just stay with Ryan? You still could have enjoyed the life. It's just, I don't know. That's more. I need to know more about her too. I need to know more about Cassie. I really do, because I don't believe all the words that come out her mouth. I believe sometimes 99. Okay, I'll start at this point. 97 to 100% of the time, Cassie girl, you knew what was going down, and you didn't care, cause you wanted that fame. Now see, this is the problem that I have, Cassie. After about 2-3 years or whatever, you didn't do any music. What, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not leveling out. And I'm not, am I muted? Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me, but yeah, okay. I need to hear more from from Cassie 50, because Cassie, you wrong. You wrong. That man on here say you was all into it. Now, after about, like I said, about 2-3 years, boom, 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 you ain't did nothing. You made a fool of yourself on 106 in Park with the did he know good and well you ain't had no talent? Did he knew that? Gonna give you a 10 album record deal. Who does that? Did he? Oh, he said, I'm gonna make her look like a real fool. Yeah, he did. So I need to hear more on you. That's probably why you had to testify. I can see why you might get sued as well. I can. But now all that hitting and fighting and hitting me all in your face and throwing stuff at me and all that, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'd be gone. I don't know how you took it. I don't know how you did. One of the jurors said they let him go because this is not about domestic violence for Cassie. And another juror said they was just in love. Child, that wasn't no love. To me, that was two people on drugs. Every day, two of y'all was high as a kite every single day, and y'all was being nasty when you felt like being nasty. That's how I see it. And there's no excuse for him bopping you up. None of that. But I do believe all of that was from all the rugs that y'all used. I mean, it was so many. It was so many, y'all. I'm telling y'all, pink cocarina, regular cocarina, they had something called luxury cocarina, all kind of stuff, all kind of pills and tranquilizer. What the hell are you doing with tranquilizers? What the what? What? Trying to that you could use to put a horse out. What the what why? See, I'm telling you, this need to be a movie. Diddy must have thought he was playing a part and paid in full. I think he wanted to be really a gangster. I think he was trying to live out his dad like a gangster. And if you remember Paid in Full, when Cameron, he would do with a girl, he would sometimes show it at the parties. I, that's the kind of stuff that Diddy was doing. You, I, did you think you was Rico? Did you think you was him? I'm just like, wow. Then I'm still tripping off the fact that you were singing every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I'll be missing you. Faith, you too. I need to know more information on Faith. Singing that song, Faith, something told me. Faith, I think you knew all along. I think you knew. And you just ain't say nothing. I think you knew. And I really hope you ain't do that with Tupac. Yeah, that's something. So that's another thing. I need to know more about Faith. Faith not in here enough. And I guess she felt like probably saying, I don't know nothing. Yes, she do. I'm so like, it's almost like I'm torn. Because this is a hot mess. A hot mess. Diddy was so crazy, was so control. And why are you recording yourself with their lawyer? God, you even record yourself with the lawyer. Talk about Diddy had the lawyers following him around so he could show this lady later. He wanted to do something, a documentary on his life. He had been keeping up with this stuff for like 19 years. And so, but why on the days when you are about to get arrested, you're talking to your lawyer and you're actually filming that? I don't think that what? Why? That's another thing. Try to get them lawyers in there. Both sides, both of them. I think it's something else that I want to say. I do believe that, and again, this has nothing to do, this does not justify what Diddy did to so many people. Like, he hurt so many people mentally, physically, spiritually. He break you down. Do you understand what I'm saying? Diddy was breaking them down. I noticed that the one woman that had no problem was not a black woman. See, you couldn't get control of Jennifer Lopez. You couldn't get control of J-Lo. Her team wasn't having your foolishness. Her team was like, get your ass out of there. Get your ass from over there. You ain't bother her. You ain't bother her. But see, you ain't fooling nobody. Woo, woo. J-Lo's team said, girl, if you don't bring your ass over here, you about to go to jail. That's what that nigga wrote. Get your Jenny from the block over back here. Why you ain't never give her no trouble? Did you ever smack her? Did you ever punch J-Lo in her face? Give her a busted lip? Did you ever drag her down the hallway? I don't like. Why you ain't do none of that stuff to her? I want to know that. That's something I want to know. That's something I want to know. 50. So again, when you look at this 50, think of some of my questions that I'm talking about. Why didn't he ever hurt? Why didn't he ever hurt her? What's his reason? He just hurt black women? Or he couldn't hurt Jennifer Lopez because she was already up there in like status and singing, and she was going into acting and everything? But I just need to know. Diddy, you are a sick man. Sick. And I really do sincerely hope that you get help that you need behind bars, because you are one sick individual. One sick individual. And you don't care about nobody but yourself. You don't even care about your kids. You don't care about your kids. Because if you cared about your kids, them things that you're doing, you wouldn't do that. And it's real sad that the twins don't have their mom, and the other one don't have Kim, their mother. And instead of you being positive role model in their life as their father, you brought nothing but negativity. I'm sickened by that. I really am. I am sickened by your disgusting behavior. I am. And see, I'm going to blow up really big on this platform, and you're going to come across this video. And I want you to know, on this day, watching The Reckoning, I think you are one sick and disgusting person. Get your shit together. Now, I don't know if they said about the wrist. And I've heard Gene Deal say this as well. You didn't like the drink or the rugs or nothing. But when Kim, y'all was fighting, because see, you fought the black women, but you ain't fight the brown girl. But anyway, Kim slashed your wrist, and you had to go to the doctors, and they wrapped it all up. And they gave you some Percocets or something for pain. And that's what started your drug habit. For that many years, y'all, just listen to this. Just listen to this, for real. For that many years to be on all that stuff. This man was talking about, this man, and this is only one man that was in his doc, one stripper, whatever you want to call him. He's saying he was at the ask, how do y'all stay up and do this? Diddy and Cassie said, well, here's how we do it. We got all of these. And he said he tried it, and it went on for 3-4 more days. What the world? Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know what. I'm going to have to go back to that part because I don't know. They were doing something. And Cassie said, well, no, because I have stuff to do. Diddy said, no, you don't. This is what you do. You didn't get the hint? Child, you didn't get the memo. You didn't. Okay, well, that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. You finally got tired. You gone, got your money and everything. But your hands ain't so clean, girl. Your hands ain't so clean. Yeah. Sometimes I think you just want to have a little fun too. Too much fun. But anywho, I'm gonna finish watching this. But I had to come on and say, Diddy, you nasty. Yeah. Do y'all know Lil Rod still ain't get paid? The man was not. The man won the damn Grammy, and you ain't pay Lil Rod yet. Why? Why don't you pay people? Why y'all letting this man do this to y'all? Why did y'all let this man do this to y'all? Y'all weren't slaves. Why didn't all of y'all come together and whip his? All of y'all should have came together and whipped it. Instead of all y'all, every single last one of y'all act like little punks. And we don't see you no more. Don't hear from you no more. You don't make no music no more. Y'all should have got together and whipped his real good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lil Rod, I'm going to pray that you get paid. Lil Rod, and hold up, this say after all that, Diddy only wanted to pay him $29,000. I said, what the hell? Diddy only wanted to give Lil Rod $29,000. And guess what Lil Rod said? He ain't even got that yet. He ain't got that yet. Whoo! I don't know how you do it. I don't know how y'all lived. And the people that knew about this, that this was happening, y'all need to be in jail too. This is sick. Usher, you should have talked, because they talked about you. And you on that car when you was a little boy singing like, I don't know, one of your first albums on Keefy D's car. And you was on Keefy D's car and you messed it all up by dancing on it. But Diddy did pay to get that fixed. Oh, you paid them gangsters, didn't you? Yeah, you paid to get that fixed. But I need more. I need more. Because this 4 episode, this ain't enough for this ninja. This ninja is involved in everything. Everything. You understand me? Everything. It is terrible. And we, as the black community, we thinking, we admiring you. And all along, we admiring a devil. Diddy is the devil. That's the devil. Boy, I'm telling you, you don't know a person until you know a person. And when you know the person, when that person show you who he or she really is, please believe it. Please believe it and get out of it. And women, don't be letting nobody hit you all upside your head, banging you all up in your mouth, and your black in your eye. And no, that's not love. That's not love. And to you, Aubrey, stop lying, because you would know if you were R-worded. If you can't remember two men doing stuff to you, you was out. The next day you just woke up normal, ate some bacon and eggs or something. You ain't feel a little queasy wheezy, nothing ain't hurt, nothing. You didn't smell nothing. I'm confused by that. Totally confused. I don't believe you. Either it happened and you don't want to say anything, or that whole story is a lie. Because that ain't, I just can't see that. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know. All I can say is, Diddy, you're disgusting. Now, what I'm about to do, because yesterday I started watching it, and I couldn't keep my eyes on. Oh, my Lord, I fell asleep. I tried and tried and tried. I said, as soon as I get off of work, I'm coming back, wash clothes. That's what y'all hear. I'm sit down here and wash some clothes, do that, and get me something to eat and all that I got to do before in the morning. But before I do anything else, let me go on live, talk to my top tiers. Y'all, community, we call ourselves the top tiers. We are number one. And we gonna glow and grow. We gonna glow and grow. I know that's right. I know that's right. And I was like, wood. Hit me with something. Oh, I'm gonna act a fool. They gonna keep hitting me in my... Look, Cass, you should be looking here. After that third, fourth time, you should have been... Look here! Daddy! Should put your hands up like that. Boy! No, look, I ain't gonna have you keep beating me up. I ain't gonna have this. Don't hit me no more. I'm finding somebody you up. You should have stood up to him like that. My gosh. All you do is stand up to him. You was sneaking out that daggone hotel room. You could have... Look. And if you was got high enough, you could have said it. And then you could have said, oh, my Lord. The next day you could have played it off and said, it was the rugs. It was the rugs. Yes, it was the rugs. That's what you should do. And just like he found people, you could find some people too. The whip, Daddy. Yeah. Girl, that's too many. That's too long for somebody to be hitting you and you to be ingesting all that toxic I'm done. I'm done for now. I'm done for now. I'm going to finish watching this and get me something to eat. Take my shower and upload this other video that I've just been holding in the damn camera, phone, whatever you're talking about. But anyway, y'all, if I think of some more questions that I need to know from 50 Cent, I'll do another video on this. And I thank you all for watching and listening to me vent right after work, talking about Diddy. And Lil Rod, you need to whip his ass. Go get your money. You might not get nothing now though, because he might not even got no more. But anyway, see, Cassie did it smart. She did hers early. Now that was the smart move right there, Cassie. If you would have been gangster like that the whole time, girl, you would have been paid. You would have been paid. But you ain't run it like that. You ain't run it like that. You know, you wanted the black eyes and stuff first and all that kind of stuff. I ain't gonna tell me that. But check it out. But I'm gonna need another documentary because this is not enough information, and more needs to be told. Because I think people leaving out a lot. I think people leaving out a lot of stuff. And Kirk Burrows, if you ever come across this, that's just, don't get mad at me. I still love you. You're still a black king. But when you talk, I can hear it. And I can see it, you know. In my mature mind, I can tell just like that. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. And before I go, don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment. Subscribe, yo. What is that part you don't know? Subscribe. Subscription. Oh my gosh. Don't take this long. But I love y'all. I love y'all to pieces. Well, these glasses make me look smart, don't they? They make me look like I'm so damn smart. Like, girl, hand me that paper. I'll do it. Hand me that paper. Go hand it over. I'll do it. Look smart as a whip. Ow. Ow. All right. Let me finish watching this. I love y'all. I'm lying. I don't love y'all. Let me back it up. Because I'm about to be a liar too. I don't love y'all because I don't know nobody. I'm about this. I appreciate every last one of you. Like, comment, share. Please, 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 and please. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Smooches.